What's going on, everybody? As you can see, we're just kind of hanging out in my backyard today. But in this Chadtastic video, we're going to make a penny can stove. And all you need for that is 2 cans, hammer, nail. Unless you want to use drills and drill bits, you know, it might be a little easier. I personally found it a little harder. Some rubbing alcohol, higher percentage better. We got 91% here, and some cotton balls. That's really it. So, we're going to go into the workshop, and I'm going to show you guys how this is made. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention in the beginning of this video, another thing you're going to need is a box cutter, because we're going to have to poke a hole in these cans. I find it works easier to trim around with a pair of scissors instead of cutting with the box cutter the whole way around, but you'll see what I mean here in a second. What you got to do here is you pick a can, doesn't matter which can first, so we're just going to get this one out of the way. And we're going to start with this can here. And the goal is we're going to cut about right there, about, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch up. We're going to cut all the way around, just remove this bottom. Alright, this is where I'm saying scissors might be a little easier for some people out there. So I'm going to take my scissors, cheap scissors here. I'm going to take this and just trim all the way around. Now this top part, this is garbage now. You do not need that. What you need is this here. I'm going to take my nail and round out these sides a little bit here. Alright. These, I'm just going to take my scissors, trim all these little extra pieces here hanging off. It doesn't need to be perfect by any means. Good enough. Alright. We're going to do the same thing on the other can. Same height. We're going to go about 3/4 of an inch and chop it off. So just to make sure we get this right, I'm going to line these two up. And I guess you can't really see that. I'm going to line these two up and I'm going to poke my hole. Alright, now I'm going to move this, get this out of my way. Move that. And we're going to trim these off. Alright, now that you got the bottom trimmed off of this one, again, the top part is garbage, don't need it. What we're going to do is take both the bottoms from both of them cans, and you come over here, grab your cotton balls, reach into your bag, grab a good little handful here. And here, I'd recommend your most messed up can, which is this one, be in the bottom. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take the other can, place it on top like this. Which is not going to, I'll show you guys here in a second what I'm talking about. But, pick a can to make the bottom. Fill that can full of cotton balls. So I'm picking the blue can. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my nail. I'm going to drop my nail. I'm going to round this out here. Round it out, stretch it all out. And definitely don't use your fingers for this, because it's pretty sharp. Shouldn't have to warn people, but that one lady sued McDonald's because her coffee was hot. So, now what you're going to do, you're going to put these in here. Again, watch your fingers. It's also where the nail comes in handy. Slide these in there. Alright, once you got it all together, just squeeze it together. Maybe only go about 1/2 inch when you trim or when you cut the bottoms off. Regardless, this will still work. So, this is what you've got so far. Alright, now that you've got this together, what you're going to do, take the top can, it's going to be the top of your stove. What you're going to do is take your nail. Some of you might want to use drill and drill bit. That's personal preference. I thought it was too complicated with it being on an angle. But, you're going to poke holes going around the can, evenly spaced. 8 holes would be preferable, but I think the last one I made only had 7 holes in it, so it doesn't really matter. So here we go. Alright, so as you guys can see now, I poked 8 holes around here. It also knocked my can down a little further, so I'm going to have to trim off some of that, but I'll worry about that afterwards. Now what we need is you need to poke a couple holes here in the middle. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so you can see I poked 5 little holes in here, and all this is going to be is so you can fill your stove with the rubbing alcohol. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Alright, now it doesn't have to be rubbing alcohol per se, I just think it burns pretty good. What you're going to do is you can take your bottle, you're just going to dump it right on top there. And that will absorb into the cotton balls. And as it does that, it's filling your stove full of fluid. You're just going to want to let it keep filling. You're not going to want to flood the thing, but you're going to have a good bit in here. Alright. Exactly what I just said about flooding it. I overfilled it. But, as you can see, it just all soaked in there. So I'm going to assume that's good. We're going to give it, I'm going to wipe it off real quick, and I'll show you guys how to light it. Alright, so now that we're back up on the workbench, all you're going to do to light this stove, you're going to take a lighter, and you're just going to hold it on the bottom of this thing. After a while, you're going to start to hear it bubble, and you'll know it's going to be ready. Alright, so we're going to give that a try again. Like I said, the can gets hot, so you should probably be wearing gloves when you're going to do this. Might not bother some of you. I might just have little girly fingers. I don't know. But I always wear gloves when I'm camping anyways. So we're going to give this another shot here. Right. So once you get it good and hot, there it goes. So once you get that middle bit lit, you can see it's working its way around now. The goal here is just to wait for it to catch all of these. I mean, you can help it along if you want. Once you got them all going, you can take your penny. Well, I don't have a penny, I got a quarter. You're just going to drop it right in the middle, which will clog off that hole. And now you got your little stove going. And these little stoves, they're good for like emergency situations, I guess. I wouldn't want to have these as my main stove while camping, but you can put one in your backpack and just, you know, try it out. You can get your, there she goes. Boil some water, whatever you want in there. It's like I said, it's a great emergency stove. I rather have a personally, I rather have like a little butane stove, but this is a lot better than nothing. Alright, so if you guys like that video, please like, subscribe, share, all that fun junk. I'm trying to get this channel off the ground, and I would love to get some new subscribers. If I forgot to mention anything in the video that anyone watching this knows, please feel free to comment down below, or if you have any questions, comment down below, and I will try to inform you the best I can. Like I said, thanks for watching. Stick around for the next video.